All right, welcome to the weekly analysis with Lil Kim. It's 422. Go ahead, Selena.
All right, let me share my screen. All right, so here is the analysis for last week. AJ, price didn't do as projected. It did not retrace to the golden zone. Price bought up before it began to sell, but there was a possible 135 pips if you got in on the buy. AN, it didn't do as projected. It did not retrace to the weekly golden zone. Price bought up most of the week, possible 135 pips. AU, price didn't do as projected. It brought up again. It brought up to the 13 MA before it began to sell. Then price retraced to the golden zone. It was a possible 95 pips there. CAD JPY was bullish and got bullish order block and God's plan. It didn't do as projected. It brought up to the first, thinking that was supposed to be moving average before it began to sell. Price tapped into a previous bearish order block from the daily time frame, and then price retraced down to the weekly golden zone before it began to buy. There was a possible 195 pips there. Just like y'all just discussed earlier with the JPY pairs buying up first. Same as Chef JPY. It was a possible 142 pips there. Euro GBP, it did as projected. However, price did buy up only 7 pips before it retraced down to the golden zone for 72 pips. Then price began to buy for the weekly move. Euro JPY, it didn't do as projected. Price bought up 72 pips before it began to sell. Price didn't retrace to the golden zone, but there was a possible 147 pips. EN did as projected. There was a 6 p.m. Eastern 1 hour bearish order block for an entry for God's plan. You could have held this position for 92 pips until Wednesday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern before there was a bullish order block for a buy of 310 pips. So you could have got a lot of pips off of this one. GC, it did as projected. I think this was the trade of the week. One of those buy until it sells. There was a 1 hour bullish order block at 9 p.m. Eastern, the candle, 9 p.m. Eastern for the God's plan entry. You could have held it all week. Price brought up 313 pips. Oh. I know, right? And then NZD CAD, it did as projected as well. Price sold down 30 pips before it began to buy. There was a swing low Monday at 10 a.m. Eastern for you could have got in for a buy, or you could have gotten 100 pips, or you could have waited. There was a 1 hour bullish order block Monday morning at 7 a.m. Eastern. You could have got in there, but you only been able to get 77 pips. UJ, once again, the JPY pairs bought up. Price did retrace to the golden zone. Price bought up 100 pips before it began to retrace. There was a possible 154 pips there. And for this week, we have, I don't know if you can still see my screen or not. Let's see. Can you still see my screen, Todd?
Mm-hmm.
You see the new weekly order blocks?
Mm-hmm. Buckethead girl, we see.
Oh, okay. I didn't know because sometimes you share it only shares your last screen. Anyway, these are the ones for this week. AC bullish, CAD Chef bearish, Euro CAD, GBP CAD, GN, UCAD, God's plan, GU, and gold. And that's all I got.
You won't go.
Thanks,
I did put on there. Oh, I'm sorry, Kim, but I did put on there. I CAD JPY. It was just tapping into that bullish order block, so it probably might buy this week as well.
Mm-hmm.
Let me put CAD JPY on here. I didn't do that one. Okay.
Did you do gold, Kim?
Did
you do gold?
Yes, gold is on here.
We'll see, girl. We'll see. That's gonna pay everybody.
So I am going to go ahead and get started with Selena's trades she put out for the week in the Swing Traders channel. First was AD which had a weekly order block. How I'm looking at this is price, of course, broke these structural highs, right? It wicked this high and then started pulling back and breaking structure back to the downside. So the anticipation, because it broke structure to the top side, tapped into this order block and then started breaking structure to the top side. So fib this low to this high. It pulled back to the 618 and gave us a bullish order block and started breaking this high here. And although overall price is bearish, right? We have bearish moves here. So we're expecting possibly, let me go down to the daily. And although price broke this high here, price may pull back to this golden zone, but it's looking like price is going to continue buying up to at least, I have a little imbalance right here, so it must be on the daily, or maybe, oh, I'm sorry. It already filled the imbalance. That was a 4-hour imbalance, and then it dropped. However, this is our swing low right here. So as of right now, although it did push down, it cleared this imbalance, did not break this low, and then started pushing up to the upside. So we're looking for a continuation of a buy, because here we have it broke structure, it pulled back, cleared that imbalance. So we're looking for a continuation of a buy, possibly up to this imbalance here. That's all I can see at the moment. There's a little imbalance here as well. Okay. So with the, where did my fib go? So let me remove this fib. So with that being said, we had this push up here. Price pulled back to the 38. It pulled back, I mean, it cleared this imbalance, right? And then dropped. So, and I know we say that price is bullish, but right now it's kind of in a zone. I don't know if this is going to be a swing high here and then it pull back some more, or if it's just going to continue to the upside. And my thoughts are it's going to continue to the upside. It tapped into the 38 and it's going to continue up. So if that's the case, as it's going up, I'll just move my fib up and wait for price to start breaking structure to then pull it back down or sell it back down to wherever the 50%, 618, 78, wherever it's going to go back to continue buying up. Did that make sense for everybody? But for right now, I think it's buying
Kim,
up.
can you just cut on your squiggly lines just for a second?
Yes, ma'am. Hold on. Moving averages.
You said the squiggly line.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Kim's calls them. So that's why I knew she knew what I was talking about, because she called them squiggly lines.
So hold on, let me make that a little bigger so y'all can see. Yeah, okay. The green is the 9, right?
Yes.
And then the 13. is red. Let me just make this a little bigger also. Okay, there we go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So I would definitely need to see it either break this high here, or it's going to break this low here. Well, really, I want to see it break this low, but to determine whether, because like I said, it came and filled the imbalance and then pulled back. It hasn't broken this order block or this low here. And let me reset it so y'all can see it. There we go. Hasn't broken this low here. So I definitely need to see it break some kind of structure. Because right here you have higher lows and then you have lower highs. So it's got to break one way or the other. And I think that's what's called, what is it, divergence or something like that? I don't know. I'm trying to act like I know what I'm talking about. So yes, so it's either got to break above this order block, this bearish order block here to continue to the upside, or break this low to continue to the downside. I personally think it's going to continue up. That's it for AUD CAD. Any questions? Nope. Okay. For CAD Chef, there was a tied order block. Is that a tied order block? Yeah, that's a tied order block. As we can see, price is bearish, right? So the last swing, so we had this push down, it pulled back, and then it pushed down, broke structure again. So I fibbed the last swing. So we're either expecting price to pull back either here or the tap into the 23. I marked this up for a reason. The daily, I think there was a daily supply zone, this institutional candle here. And then you have your imbalance in here. So we would like for price to pull up here, but because of price action, which is this wick right here, I'm not sure how far price is going to pull back into right now. But that candle makes me believe that price is only going to be a short pullback to continue down to the negative 27. And based on the 4 hour, again, price may come back and just retest this area here. You have an order block here, you have an order block here. So I think price may just come back here to, like I said, to continue down to the downside. That's for CAD Chef. Then we have CAD JPY. And we have a weekly bullish order block. So price is already, before the week started, I would expect it price to come back here. These would have been my zones I marked up here to the wick, to the bodies. So if I go down to the daily, price has pushed up and then pulled back, gave a correction, gave another impulse or continuation. It tapped into this daily order block and then gave another correction. So price can either pull back to clear this imbalance here. And let me just mark it up. And then continue, because this is the actual last swing. As long as it doesn't break this low here, you would stay in for a buy. Because this was the push, correction, the push. So this can make a correction all the way back to this imbalance here for a continuation. And that's what I see for now. Let's go to the 4 hour. On the 4 hour, it gave a bullish order block. So, so although it gave a bullish order block, my thought would be it wicked these lows here, but it did not, for me, it did not break the lows, but I know for Todd and some other people, it broke the lows because of it broke the body. And what I also see is that on this 4 hour, it came and filled in that little imbalance right there, the rest of the imbalance. Or no, that tapped into the imbalance, my bad. Let me take that out. I just see that it swept this low here, did not break. It came and almost filled in the rest of this imbalance here. So my thought is it's going to continue buying. Maybe, possibly. But for me, it did not break this low. So I'm expecting a continuation of a buy here.
Hey, Kim. Just for curiosity, flip that up move to see where that price retraced to. Where your swing low is, yeah.
Yeah. The 50%. Let me move it up just a little. There we go. Yep, it pulled back to the 50%.
Sure.
And the negative 27 is in alignment with, the negative 27 is in alignment with this area of supply. Or even just the retest of this price action. So I definitely see it come buying up to at least this negative 27, possibly the negative 61. So that's CAD JPY. Any questions? Does somebody have a question? Okay. For EuroCAD, there was a weekly bullish order block. So this right here. There was a weekly bullish order block. This is one Todd would, and I can't remember if this was, Selena, was this a guy's plan? Strategy?
EuroCAD. It probably was. Let me see.
Because there was barely any wick on this.
It was.
Okay. So we have this candle here. And I had already marked where I was expecting price to come back to, which would be either the wick or the body of the order block. So if I fib the weekly candle, the 50% 618 is to the body of this candle, and I'll just go ahead and mark it. Okay. So if we go down to the daily, price is currently still bullish. It filled this imbalance here. Like we said, it hasn't given any type of retracement yet. So I would definitely expect prices in a 4-hour area of supply. So once you start seeing breaks of structure, possibly in this area, let's go to the 1 hour. For me, I would need for price to at least break this swing low, unless you're going down to a smaller time frame. Let's see, 30-minute, 15-minute. So if it starts to break like these lows here, my only concern with that is that you can only sell it you can only sell it at the moment from, so if it breaks this low here, this last swing low right here, minor swing low, you can only sell it down to this zone here, which is about 37 pips. You have an order block right here, so price could come in this zone and buy back up, right? So like I said, you can get in on the breaks of these lows, but price is probably going to come to this swing low and then pull back up. So my recommendation would be to, unless price comes down and breaks this low, then wait for the pullback to get in for the sell down to the imbalance for the gold or the golden zone. So this last swing, so yes, the price can come back into the 78.88, push back up. To push back up to this area somewhere, and then start selling back down. So EuroCAD, any questions? GBP CAD was a bullish order block. I would say we can expect price to possibly pull back to one of these zones, and this is the golden zone. So let me just mark up the weekly candle. That's our 50% 618 area here. This is also, is this one of God's plan as well? Because there's barely
I
any
like this
wick.
one. I like what that 78 is. I really do like this one, Kim. Because how many pips it is from the top to the golden zone?
So
From
from
where
where
price
price now to the golden zone is about 147, 150 pips.
Oh yeah, I really like this trade. I gotta check the
If
view.
If I go down to the daily, we are within in the daily order block at the moment. So I would be looking, as we said, there's barely any pullback at the moment. So I know Todd say get in, but I'm saying, yeah, you know what I'm saying. So I would definitely wait for some kind of major like swing low break of structure first. If I go down to the hour, I don't know why I had these two zones here, but currently this is the last swing low right here. So price can pull back to this area and then continue buying back up. Or I think it was on the 15. Okay, yeah. So again, same as the previous pair, the Euro CAD, price can break these lows, but you can really only take it down to this low until it breaks structure, until it breaks the last swing. Because once it breaks, it's going to pull back. I doubt very seriously that it's going to go straight to the golden zone. Once it breaks, it's going to pull back and then start selling back down to your golden zone. So if you're going to get in this, again, you can at least sell it down to this last swing, which is about 70 pips. And then if it doesn't break, then we can expect a continuation. But then if it breaks, then you can expect price to probably pull into this order block here, push back up. That's my thought on GBP CAD. GBP NZD is was this guy's plan or maybe this was another guy's plan?
It was God's plan.
Okay, gotcha. Currently, price is currently in a weekly order, in the wicks of a weekly order block. This pair is one of those pairs that it's been consolidating forever and ever. So if you know how to trade from zone to zone, you can definitely make some money off of that. Currently, it's in so this here has already filled this imbalance here. Currently, it's in the wicks of an order block. So at some point, we're expecting a sell. Oops. So we're expecting a pullback to the golden zone and then a continuation of a possible buy. It's either going to break this high and tap into this zone again where it's tapped many times before, or it's going to respect this order block. And once you get your break, I'm on the daily 4 hour. Once you get your break of the trend and then break of these lows, then wait for a pullback and then sell it at least down to the golden zone. If it does not break this high, my guess is that you can sell it down even further than the golden zone. At least to possibly fill in this imbalance right here. Yeah. That's my thought on GBP and ZD. For GBP USD, let's see. We had a weekly, I guess this is a weekly order block. I like to
Yes.
see it engulfing, but I think the way that it's set up, this is, let's see, this tapped into clear this imbalance over here. It cleared this liquidity right here. It tapped, cleared the imbalance, rejected, and then rejected, or yeah, and then rejection again. So my guess is that price may pull back just a little bit. And if I go down in my time frame, I would expect price to tap into, there's still a little imbalance up here. Price tapped into this order block, rejected. So it's kind of trapped right now. So I would expect it to clear this imbalance to either continue buying up or to start selling back down. So to tap into this imbalance and start selling back down to this area here. If I mark up the, this order block is, if I mark up the weekly candle, we have the golden zone here. Oops. We have the golden zone here. If I go down to the daily, let's go to the 4-hour. So on the 4-hour, I see there's still a little imbalance here on the 4-hour. But from what I see on the 4-hour, this was a push up, a correction, a push up, didn't break these highs. These lows broke this low. So this was a pullback for the continuation of a sell down based on the 4-hour. But it could keep going up because it broke this low, filled this imbalance, tapped into this order block, and then pushed up. I know based on the squiggly lines, I guess it closed above, but I just see because you have higher lows, but then you have lower highs. So it's probably going to consolidate in this area it's probably going to go back and forth, but I personally think it's going to drop to this buy zone here and buy in this zone and then continue to the upside. That's my thought for GBP USD. NZDJPY is a weekly bearish order block. So prices has been bearish. And we have a bearish order block. However, we have a bullish order block in this zone. I marked up this area because it's a key level. It is, I would definitely expect some kind of break of structure in this level here before selling all the way down. So with that being said, with the bearish order block, the pullback to the 50% and possibly definitely sell to the negative 27. That's within the bullish order block. So that would be a confluence for me to sell it once it pulls back, to sell it down to the negative 27. Oops, I didn't mean to put that. But I would say every time price came to this zone, it gave a reaction. So it's either going to come here to buy, or it's going to come, break, and then sell. And with that being said, this was the last major push up. So if it breaks, I would definitely expect it to come to the 78, which is, there's imbalance that has to be filled within here. Come to the 78 and possibly start buying back up for a continuation to buy up to this zone here. See you, Rosebud. So yeah, so if you're going for the sell, again, take it to the negative 27, which is down here in the buy zone, and then wait for price to react. So if it starts breaking structure, gives you an impulse move out of here, you can do a pullback for a continuation of a buy up. If it breaks, if it doesn't break this zone here, and then breaks this gray zone here, then you can definitely wait for a pullback and then sell it down to either to your 78. And for pips from here to here is about 125 pips. Now we have USD CAD, which was a bullish order block. Price tapped into, I think we did this already, I think. Price tapped into a buy zone or bullish order block or demand zone, whatever you want to call it, and then started buying up. Again, this appears to be this zone, and I'm just saying it's a zone because prices tapped into the zone, reacted, tapped into the zone, reacted, and then tapped into the zone and reacted, right? So if we are gonna do the bullish order block, so price can possibly pull back to this 50%, 618 zone, to continue buying up to this area of supply.
Man, please.
What?
I better look at the moving averages.
Oh, I don't use moving
I
averages,
believe we're
so I'm
gonna
just
tap
saying.
in. We might tap in and keep tapping. How many
You're gonna tap in for a sell, you're saying? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I would definitely sell it because I don't know if it's gonna buy back. But how many pips is it to that zone?
Well, I'm just going by the order block, the weekly. You say how many pips from there to the golden zone?
Yeah, from the candle to the golden zone.
About 80 to
Yeah, you
80.
can keep going. Yeah, I like the sell on that.
So with that being said, there is yet still another bullish order block. So even if price pulled down to here, price could still continue buy back up. And I'm all for the sell back down to back here, which would be about maybe 100, 180 pips. But I can see it pulling back here, but I don't see it selling like when you say sell, are you talking about like sell all the way down to here? What you saying? What you saying, Cletus?
I think he's just
Because
talking
this
about for the sale for the week, Kim. Like you'll get your pips that you need for the week.
oh, okay.
That's over 300, 200 pips. for
Yeah, I
the
think
week.
so. I think if you
Yeah.
sell this, I think you'll get your 100 pips basically. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. So if I mark the order block the way I mark the order block, my 50% 618 is a little further down. So but of course, you know me, I want it to come back to the 78.
Well,
I want it to come back
drop
to
it
the
to the 4 hour,
up.
so we can see what's down there. I'm sure it will come down there. There's a huge imbalance right at the bottom of that zone. There's an order block right below that zone. Plenty of
Sorry,
opportunity.
hold on. Yeah. So yes, so from this low to this high,
Yeah, I can definitely see.
definitely would like for price to at least come back to this 618. There's a small little tiny order block here and a little tiny imbalance. So possibly the 618. The 78. I don't see any other imbalance or maybe on the lower time frame. But it could pull back 618, 78, or 88.
This is a good trade too. It's a real good trade. Get your 100 pips and roll out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, and because it hasn't started breaking structure yet,
On what
yeah.
time? It started breaking structure on the 15th. Man, please.
but not enough to go to not enough to go to that golden zone yet though.
That's all I need.
But
I just need an inch. Let me see the
I
picture.
know. I know.
Man, please, for me.
I know.
It's
I
already
know,
tapped into
Cleve.
that order block, and then the moving averages are in the right place.
Dollar bill for me.
Yeah. What's the 1 hour say, Kim?
See, it's consolidating for me.
But it's in that bearish order block too.
It's in the bearish order block.
1 hour.
And there's a bullish order block right here as well. So that's why it's
the 1 hour say you're late.
the 1 hour.
See that bearish order block?
Okay. You see the bullish order block?
Where?
Right here.
Yeah, I see several that's gonna get broke all Sunday night. Several of them.
Likely, but I'm the safe trader. Ties the more because what I know is price gonna break. This would be my swing low. This would be my last swing, my last push up, right? So you can definitely sell it.
What's your trade? What trade are you taking? Kim don't even trade UK.
I don't trade UK, but I know how to trade, sucker.
What trade are you taking?
GJ and US 30. But I will say this, I know how to trade, so don't
Hey,
come for me.
I know, but what I'm saying is you're not even gonna take this trade.
I'm not going to take this trade because I'm telling you, it's going to consolidate in this zone,
It's not gonna
and
consolidate.
you're going to be
It's gonna sell.
watch. It's going to sell, but it's going to sell here and then bounce back up.
Okay.
So, so once it broke this area here, then I would get in for the sell if I were selling this. But I ain't selling this. I'm not trading this.
So listen, y'all. I want
Ah.
once Kim get finished lying to y'all, I want y'all to go look at the S 500. I want you to look at the S 500. I want you to look at the US 30. And I want
Yeah,
you to
he's
look
a
at
sucker,
and I
Ange.
want you to look at that UCAD trade. The SPX is going to buy. US 30 is going to buy.
Yeah, US 30. I'm not saying this is not selling. I'm just saying I wouldn't get in for a sell for it right now. That's all I'm saying.
I feel
That's
you.
all I'm saying.
Did you talk about gold yet?
I'm going gold right now. Gold. Gold is currently in a buy zone, right? There was a daily, I think this was a daily area of supply, might have been a 4-hour. Nope, it was a daily.
Isn't a buy zone on what time frame?
Huh?
It's in a buy zone on
It's approaching it is approaching a weekly order block or in an weekly order block right now.
okay.
So I expect it to sell down a little more. Hold on, let me before I say that. Yeah, so you have a daily bearish order block. So I expect it to sell down a little more, possibly pull back up into this area of supply and then sell.
I can advance my account like that. If it does,
That's my thought.
you say it's going to do.
And hopefully it will come down here and break this level of structure, because as you can see, there's an impulse, there was a correction, there's another impulse. So I would like to see it break. Let's see, hold on.
Break that order block.
We had an impulse here. You had a small little correction here, impulse. So in Todd's eyes, this has already been broken. And that's possible, but if you consider this the break of structure here, then trust is going to come in this zone, because what are we waiting for? A break of structure and then a pullback and then a sell back down. So that's what I would expect to happen. So once it comes back here, a pullback and then a sell down. That's my thought on gold. Any questions?
I think that's
No
a good
questions?
thought.
That's a good thought.
Your thought process is pretty good.
Thank you. Why, thank you, sir.
So what's the trades? What trades are we taking?
GJ and US 30. Gold is a good one. What did we say? NJ.
2 weeks, Prince. She's been trading for 2 weeks.
Huh? What did he say?
Prince asked how long you been trading. I said 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, 2 weeks. No, since actually Todd and I joined Ruby at the same time, August of 2020.
What do y'all?
Let's see.
It's 23 mofos on here and nobody have an opinion. Guys,
GZ
What was
maybe.
what did you say, Todd?
what's y'all's favorite trade?
I
Go.
like UC and
Go.
GC and gold.
Can you pull up
GC.
GC?
GC
Walk out.
was a God's trading plan.
Okay, I wrote down EC. I guess it's probably the same.
EC is another one of God's trading plan.
What about GA?
G GA.
G.
GA wasn't even on the list.
Oh, can we just look at it? I just want to see what y'all think.
Oh, sure. GA was a weekly
Nothing.
nothing, absolutely. It's
But
probably coming to fill this imbalance.
well,
It's bullish. It's book
okay.
right here.
Your analysis. Screw it up for the
It's
group.
bullish.
Okay.
It's bullish right here. It's bullish for now, right?
Mhm.
And let's go down to the daily. Price pulled into this order block and then started breaking structure
Mm.
to the top side. So I think it's going to continue buying up.
Mm.
I
don't know if it's gonna keep buying up, but go ahead.
Okay. So I think it's going to keep buying up to this imbalance here.
How many pips is that imbalance?
From here to the imbalance is 250 pips.
200. Man, that's like go down. Pull back into the order.
So
Where should I buy it from?
you should get in at it's either
Kim, I like you to put a fib on my moves. I don't want you to Kentucky win this. My moves.
Look, my
Please put a
thought,
fib on.
my
You try to
just as I thought, it's gonna come back here to the wick. It's gonna come back here to the body, which is close to the 50%.
Can we go down like
and 618?
You drop to the 15?
You want to go down to the 4 hour?
No, 15.
Oh, well, you got 4 hour to block.
Oh,
To the 15 minute.
Where's your
It's a 4 hour order block at the
it's right above the 50.
right here
guess
at
I'm
the
using
38 to 50.
Yeah.
Huh?
Okay, drop that to the 15 so I can see where that is.
Go to the 15. That is right in here. This imbalance right here.
Okay, I think that's a good spot.
Mhm.
How many pips is it to the imbalance?
We are talking approximately, it's only 50. Well, I
Half
would
a
say
hundred.
only.
It's only half.
Yeah.
Oh, put me in alert right there. I like messing with EA and GA.
It might have.
They give away a lot of pips.
Let's see something. So yeah, I would definitely look here. But because it's breaking structure here, you can at least, I mean 50, you can make 58 pips dance.
52 pips, yeah.
And then if it breaks through here, it starts breaking these lows, then you can definitely sell it to the 78, possibly the 88, which is, and then continue buying it up.
Oh, gracias.
Oh my gosh, Sean, you're so No, we and people to who the young lady, Kalisha, I don't want to mess up your name, but everybody enters on different
Yes.
time frames.
Is it Kalichi? I think it's Kalichi. Yeah, everybody enter on different time frames.
Ain't that what I said?
But you made it to like
I don't-
Cowboys.
I don't know what you said.
So Todd, your favorite this
Yep.
week is GA.
No,
and,
I like
what's your-
EC.
EC.
Mhm.
Okay.
EC.
The C's was good to me last week. Maybe they'll be
GC,
good
I
to me
guess
again
GC
this
is the
week.
same thing, but EC, I like GC.
Yeah.
I like
UC
CAD.
too.
I don't
Like
like
which one?
I don't like UC. I like CAD.
Okay. I like CAD JPY too. EC,
And
GC, and
CAD
CAD JPY. Okay. I definitely think CAD JPY is buying this week because it started at the end of last week.
You think it's buying? You think it's buying from here? Did we say that?
Yeah, it's definitely buying. If you go to the weekly, tap into the weekly order block. It may sell down a little bit more, but
To this imbalance?
Buy. Yeah, to the imbalance. And it's gonna buy it to that.
Yeah.
to the pink zone.
to the big imbalance. Yeah.
To this imbalance.
How many pips is that? Little pink.
60 pips.
No, up. Buy
To the
it.
other
Oh.
imbalance. Yeah.
Up here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
from down there, from the one below it to the one above. No, down.
From
Where the moving averages
okay,
are, yeah.
Gotcha.
Mhm. Oh
Okay.
my goodness. Only need half of those. That's it.
Tim said, I mean,
Yep.
Rita said she could have enough. She gonna have her profit's gonna be about 20 grand.
I'm here for it.
You gotta have to use more than the 0.02 though, son.
I always have more than point.
I'm messing with you. You've been doing good.
Thank you. I use the calculator. I like using the calculator.
Don't leave your phone.
That's it.
Leave your phone out.
Any questions?
You're there cracking the lot size up.
I would not leave my phone up.
No, Aaron would.
But no, he'll have a 5.0 like
No. Hey, Mama,
Can we do gold one more time, Kim? Oh, yeah, keep left.
Go.
Yeah. Mhm.
Gold. We were saying it's gonna possibly pull into this weekly order block and then push back up and then sell back down. If we go down to the daily, so order block there. We had a daily bearish order block for the sell.
So
And
when
then
it
on
pushes
the
back
4
up,
hour.
push back up, that purpose on it might just push back into that daily order block.
What you say, Todd?
So when it pushes back up, it could just push into that daily order block and not go all the way into the weekly jump.
Into the daily order block. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's possible.
Where is that?
This daily order block right here.
But even the daily
This.
order block did it just create it? You see the daily order block, the fresh one?
Yeah. Yeah.
It might push down, and then when it pushes back up, instead of going all the way to the purple, it could just go into the daily order block and drop it.
I see.
You say the purple.
Your purple, the shade, the pink shade that
The
you have.
red shade.
Yeah. So
Oh.
below there is a fresh order block that it could tap into that level instead of going all the way to the top.
Mm-hmm.
How many pips is that from that order block to the purple?
So from here
It's
to
enough to qualify your
here,
account.
498 pips.
You want
What about from the tap in of the latest daily order block
To down here or from
in the middle, like
from
the daily? Yeah, like right there. Yeah, like from there to the purple.
273 pips.
Okay. Okay. So when we break this down and to see the direction, if it drops, what's your method to dropping down to see, like, or waiting if it's gonna tap into the purple? I mean, to the red.
What's the method? And ask the question again.
After, like, say it taps into that daily order block,
Mhm.
are we waiting until
I would wait until
structure?
I get some kind of breaks of structure in this zone. So once price, because right here we have this impulse move, this correction, and then another, it tapped into an order block. This is a 1 hour order block, right? So it gave us a little correction. So now I'm expecting another move down.
Mm-hmm.
So once price, and it might come and do another correction, another whatever. But once price starts breaking structure, like coming up, and it might come up here and then pull back to then.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay,
I
then
wait for price to
exhibit right
break a
there.
swing. So I wait for price to break
Uh-huh.
a swing high.
Uh-huh.
Then I fib the impulse move. And once price comes back and then starts breaking structure again right here, and then I get in then I mark up my long position to take it up.
Okay. And that's on the 1 hour. Okay.
Yeah, and at any time frame I mean, for me, the swings, the swing highs and swing lows, like I would definitely take it up to the
Yeah.
next zone because you know it's going to be a pullback.
Uh-huh.
So you can either wait for the pullback, or once it starts breaking, you can at least buy it up to once price break, because once you go down in time frame,